Bookland, have you ever had an author, a writer, someone who, when you see their name on it, you pick it up immediately, whether it be a book or a comic? Me, I have a couple, 2, 3 on the outside. And one of those people would be Dan Schaefer. So, I started out, my first book of his was Malefic. And I have to say, it wasn't due to his name, because I didn't know who he was at the time, but I picked up Malefic #1 because I loved the cover. If you've watched my channel before, I've picked up some really great books because of the cover, and I've picked up some shit because of the cover. Dan Schaefer's stuff, Malefic #1, great cover, even better stuff. So from then on, I've decided I've picked up everything of his that I can read. Now, if you don't know who Dan Schaefer is, he's done stuff like Malefic, The Scribbler, Peripheral, which is both a graphic novel and a movie, which is also The Scribbler. Let's see, what are some of the other things that he has? Mentions here, sorry. The miniseries White, Kill Darlings, which is also good, Nursery, and also his freshman series Dogwitch, which is what I'm going to be reviewing today. Now, I picked up Dogwitch, the whole shebang, earlier this year. My mother, bless her, sent me a check for Christmas, and I used some of that money to get this Dogwitch, the whole shebang, hardback, and ordered it from the publisher, First Publishing. I tried getting it a year ago and ordering it through Amazon and through a whole bunch of stupid shit that happened. It got canceled a few months later, and so I said, you know what, this time, screw it, going to the publisher. This is his freshman publishing thing, comic. First thing that's been published. Came out in 2001. The Dogwitch, the central character, is a woman by the name of Violet Grimm. Violet Grimm is a woman who lives in an area called the Bane Woods, which sort of reminds me of Mirkwood from The Lord of the Rings. Kind of similar. Obviously not the same thing. It's just an area where normal people don't go because a bunch of strange shit happens. She lives in a house that seems to be alive. Certain areas whisper, the walls that talk. You have doors that should lead into a, a closet, and then you wind up in the kitchen. So there's just a bunch of strange stuff going on. It's her in her leather fetish gear and awesome boots, right there, and 3 companions, one of which is a possessed doll, and then 2 excuse me, which are like animated stuffed animals, both of which are dogs. that's kind of weird as it is. But Violet Grimm is a practitioner of dark magic. And since she lives in that area and she can't get out of the Bane Woods, and we don't know why to begin with, she has to make a living while trying to push the limits of dark magic. So she makes movies. One of the stuffed animals, and I think his name is Ralphie, he is the cameraman. And then Rufus is the editor of these movies. And she, uses magic to bring up, demons and raise the dead, and has ecto-orgasms, and this is some really, 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 really weird stuff, and it is never completely explained, which makes it even better. But as time goes on, you find out why she's this way, and why all these different people are after her. Because you've got witches after her. You've got other people who are. She's trying to summon certain people to entertain her. She also has to deal with her rabid fan base, because she'll shoot these videos, walk it over to the video store, and have these these really strange people saying more, more, more. This is why I was having a problem writing out the script, because trying to describe what was going on in this book, especially in the order that is written, because you come in at a certain point and then you're going back and forth. Even if you're reading it, it makes sense, but it's hard to describe. To write a coherent review is above my skill level. It's not above Dan Schaefer's skill level to write this stuff, but to try and write something out, no. So basically what I'm trying to do is just free ball it. So key phrases here: electric head, Mr. Kinky, what do you call it? Ectogasm. You have a younger sister who was decapitated by a chainsaw during a rock and roll concert, who is coming back to talk to you. You have a sort of a living dark tentacle that is imbibed in somebody and tries to protect itself from you that other people are after. Yeah. Trust me, man. This may or may not make sense while I'm doing this, because it barely made, it made sense while you're reading it as it switches back and forth. You're having body possession. You're having a possessed doll trying to take over the body of the central character. You're having squid, semi-squid on person relations. Dudettes, ladies, gentlemen, if you're into some really weird entertaining, fun. And if you've read Dan Schafer before, you know what I'm talking about. This is the book to get. And one thing I did find out in this book, Malefic is not the first book where he had a fetish nurse in it. This was the first book where he had a fetish nurse in it. You gotta dig the fetish nurses. Anyway, so Dogwitch. Fantastic story. Written by Dan Schafer. Art by Dan Schafer. See, there's the possessed doll right there. This right here. Violet Grimm. Just a very, what do you call it? Very chaste, and I'm assuming outfit on that woman. Alright. You got killer clowns. You have fantastic art. And then you even have her switch from a brunette to a blonde, which affects her personality. You know, again, woman I wouldn't mind dating. Look at that. Yes. The art in this thing is okay. See, that's what I'm talking about squids, partial squids. The art is incredible. Dan wrote and drew this, and it is just, I want to say sick, but people might misinterpret that. I don't mean sick in the bad sense, as, I'm feeling sick, or, golly, that was just sick. That was like, God, that's sick. The kind that you enjoy the hell out of, even though you don't talk to many people about it. Yeah. That's this. And with his stuff, there's stuff that's going on the surface, and then there's another level down, and then another level down below that. So he's saying a lot of different things, and it's up to you to catch what he's saying, interpret what he's saying, because I don't think it really comes out and says boom, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's what the characters say, what I think he's trying to say, but you may or may not catch what he's saying, or you may think something else. Makes sense? All right. So, if you are a fan of Dan Schafer's, which you should be, and if you aren't, something wrong with you, get this. You may not get the hardback, which is $49.95 from One First Comics. You can get the trades. Trust me, if you're a fan of his, or if you're a fan of just really surreal type of comics, horror comics, just stuff that doesn't even need to take a left turn because it's already off to the left turn, and then might take an even more of one at that point. This is the type of thing you need to get. You will have such a good time reading this stuff. And after watching this, you can probably see why I couldn't write down a coherent review and just had to do what I normally do and just go off the top of my head, because this is awesome. I'm going to give this a 4.75 out of 5. I'm going to recommend you pick his stuff up. Read it again, possibly read it a third time, and at that point, you might know what the hell he's talking about. So I have to read it about 2 more times after this to be completely enveloped of what he's saying. So, anyway, have you read any of his stuff? Have you read this? Let me know in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not? What did you think he's trying to say? And like, subscribe, and enjoy your comics.